This segment is sponsored by Legacy Tax. Federal taxes are one thing, but what about your state taxes? What happens if you owe taxes in Virginia, Maryland, or the district? Well, here to help us figure out our options is Corey Hankerson from Legacy Tax. Thank you for being here, Corey.
Thank you for having me again.
How many people does this happen to? And how are they, do they even know about it if they owe state taxes? How do you figure that out?
Oh my gosh, it's funny the way it happens sometimes. You know, when you don't file or pay on time, you end up with what they call back tax liability, right? You owe back taxes.
Okay.
And sometimes people don't find out because they've been ignoring the notices and letters that the state and sometimes the IRS sends in the mail. So you ignore those things and the problem seems to compound and get bigger and bigger over time.
Okay, all right, so don't ignore.
Don't ignore the letters.
First of all, don't ignore the letters that come.
Open the mail, yeah.
So what does happen if you owe the state and you decide, I'm not paying it, you keep putting those letters on a pile?
Oh man, so if you ignore it long enough, the states have some of the same options that the IRS has available to them, namely wage garnishments, bank levies, and tax liens. But one of the key distinctions is that the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, has limits on the amount that they can take from your paycheck. Whereas sometimes the states do not. And one of the worst scenarios I've seen in my practice, we're going on 13 years now, is someone that was having their wages garnished by both the IRS and the state at the same time. Wow. It was an ugly situation.
So that means they'll just pull it right out of your check before you even see it come into your bank account?
That's correct. They get it before you do.
Wow. Okay. All right. So what options do you have then if you are a taxpayer, you owe the state? What could somebody do?
Awesome. So fortunately, I guess the good thing is that many of the same remedies that are available to a person with an IRS problem are also available to a person with a state problem. Normally with the states, we're going to be looking at an installment agreement or some type of payment plan, right?
Okay.
One of the key distinctions there, though, is that some of the states have different limitations or requirements that the IRS doesn't. Like Maryland wants a down payment when you set up a payment plan, the IRS often doesn't. Many of the states often also have what's called a settlement options called the offer and compromise, like Maryland does. You can settle potentially for less than you actually owe.
Oh, okay. All right. So some options there. How does somebody know if they even qualify for those options, though?
Perfect. So our team, we've been doing this now for quite a while, and we've gotten very good at helping folks to figure out if they do qualify. And so we have access on our website, which is levyking.com. You can go to the site and fill out a few simple questions, and we'll help you determine if you qualify to get that relief that you're looking for.
Okay, because people want a solution. I feel like this is such a scary topic. Right? It can drive your blood pressure right up.
It can be. Sometimes it can go. It can go worse than you want it to go, but there are solutions available.
Yeah, so don't sit on this any longer.
Open the mail.
Yeah, open the mail, take control, and also if you owe the IRS and you would like to see if you qualify for a fresh start, Legacy Tax has an online qualification tool at levyking.com. As Corey mentioned, you just answer a few simple questions and you're going to be on your way. You can also reach out to Legacy Tax by dialing 1-877-538-9546. Again, it's 1-877-538-9546.